All right. Yes. Finally, we are going to make it. We are going to do our horror slash spooky video game music community tournament. I had to delay this, but we're going to finally do it today. So, a couple of things before I start is that we did get more than 16 songs, because here's the thing. Fufu, the platform that I use to make these tournaments, only allows multiples of 2. You know, like 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, and so on and so forth. It doesn't allow you to do other kind of numbers, unfortunately. So, we did have more than 16 tracks for the tournament. Unfortunately, it wasn't 32. We didn't get to 32 tracks. We got to 20 something, 22 or something, 22, 24. And if I added 2 of my own, it would have been 24 or 26. And then I would have to aggregate a couple more tracks, like I did for the previous stream, you know, with some AI suggestions. And I didn't want to do that because I feel like I'm just using AI as a crutch to get to the real number, you know. So what I just really need to do is just attract more people to the streams so we can get to 32 tracks. It is as easy as that. So that is on my end for sure. I have to figure that out for myself. But we still have a good selection of 16 tracks today, okay? So that's what we're going to do today. Let me check something here. Actually, I have to share the stream in YouTube as well. So let me get the chat here. Just 1 second. Hey, Deadhead, what's up? Fergaros, hey, mate. How are you? We'll start in a couple of minutes, okay? Let me just share this in YouTube. And we're good to go. Okay. Streaming now. There we go. Okay. Oh, I forgot to copy this actually. Edit. There we go. All right. I think we're good here in YouTube. Might as well just start right up. Let me pull out the chat here. Let's see. AI can push away people. Yes, it's true that it could potentially push people away, but at the same time, I mean, I just had to come up with a solution for that stream specifically, and I did. But then I realized that it's just better to do less songs, but with suggestions of real people instead of, you know, getting suggestions from AI. And also maybe there's another platform that I don't know about where we can do these video game community tournaments that allow us to work with more flexible numbers in terms of the amount of the pool of the songs that we can work with, you know, because maybe we can work with 12 tracks, we can work with 24 tracks, and so on and so forth. I mean, we have made it to 22, 24 tracks, you know, so we can work with that. Unfortunately, doesn't allow me to do tournaments in those numbers. It has to be, you know, like I said, multiples of 2, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, and so on and so forth. So maybe I need to find another platform to do those not so even numbers or multiples of 2, or I can just try and find a way to attract more people for the streams, to participate on the streams, which is actually the real solutions, to be honest. Unfortunately, it's not that easy, but that's on my end, that's for sure. People is not doesn't have a responsibility or to be obliged to come on the streams just because they need people. all the streamers need people. That's the truth. But it's on the streamer end to figure that out, not on the viewer side, of course. Okay. Hey Jonathan, what's up? Can it be considered as a 5th community battle? You're talking, I know what you're asking, because you're saying it if it's going to count for the all-time community battle streams, right? I haven't made up my mind about that yet, because I feel like horror music, not so much spooky music. Spooky music is a little bit different, but horror music is hard for it to compete against other tracks that are more melodically pleasing and whatnot. So including a track that whatever track wins this tournament in the future, you know, all champions community battle stream that we'll do in the future, would feel like the song doesn't have a chance. But let's see what happens. I will analyze the induction of the champion of this tournament for that All-Star Championship tournament based on the song that wins. We choose the songs. Yeah. There was a bunch of people that suggested the songs in the Discord. Hey Ignacio, what's up? Should I put more? No, it's closed. The suggestions are closed. We're working with 16 today. Hey Conkel, what's up, mate? Hey Mace, what's up? Haven't seen you in a while. You could put a community post on YouTube before tournaments. On YouTube. I think I have. I actually have done it. So people know they can submit songs without viewing the previous stream. Well, I have done that, but I haven't done the clarification. So maybe I should be more specific with people, you know? Like, well, if you can make it to the stream, you can suggest the songs, and even if you don't make it to the stream, we will count them in the community tournament. That could be a good way to attract more people. Yeah. I'm too late for it. Hey Borna, what's up? Okay, well, with that out of the way, okay, let's start the tournament, okay? So let me see here. Oh, and by the way, lads, I'm just going to announce this. I will reiterate on this during the middle of the stream at the end. But I'm going to stream tomorrow as well on Twitch. We're going to do anime music request stream on Twitch tomorrow, okay, at 1 p.m. EST. Just want to say that right now, in case anybody has to leave later as a stream. But you know, I'll refresh people about that. during the stream, during the middle of the stream, and then at the end. Okay. So, let's see here. We have 2 tracks here that start with the round of 16, match 1. My apologies. So we have Time Splitters against Deadly Premonition. Those of you who suggested these songs, you know who you are. So let's listen to Time Splitters first, and then we will listen to Deadly Premonition, okay? Let's see. Very unnerving, sustained, well, not sustained, tremolo strings. The sort of stabs with the strings as well. Time Splitters is a classic. I've heard of the game. I never played it. You know, that is a classic trope. Listening to those female ghostly vocals in this kind of soundtracks. They just work. And we also have some sort of medals. I don't remember the name of that instrument, but it's basically like a piece, a metal instrument that you kind of, I don't know how to say this without sounding degenerate. I like that, yeah. I don't know if you have noticed this, but a lot of horror music is a lot of sustained notes, but they are produced and composed in a way that are very unnerving. Like you're just expecting something to happen, but the sustained notes just keep going and going and going. So it builds like the anxiety, you know, of what's going to happen. This is the Mansion of Madness. This is another trope as well, using this, you know, instruments like the glockenspiel, for example, to do those kind of melodies that sound like a childless lullaby or something, a childless... yeah, like a childless melody. But in the context of the song, it sounds very creepy. Yeah, like a music box, exactly. Not entirely sure if this is a music box or not. Sounds more like a glockenspiel, but could be wrong. hear again the sustain note at the top of the strings, like in the violins. Oh, wow! And we have some ambient synthesizers here. I love that. That was awesome. I personally like when we hear synthetic elements in horror music because it reminds me of all the... well, most of the soundtracks of horror films from the 80s. This is pretty good. It's almost done. Twisted Familiar. Okay. That's a solid start. I like that song. Let's listen to Deadly Premonition now. Let's see how it goes. Sorry about that. Let's see it. Raincoat Killer. This sounds like a Chase theme out of the bat. The tempo and the percussion pretty much gives it away. Run! Run! I wanna fucking die, man! Run! Oh, sorry. I forgot that I have to keep the mouse over the song for it to play. Okay, this is a short but sweet track. This sounds like a Chase theme for sure. So, it is time to vote. Type 1 in chat for Time Splitters. Type 2 for Deadly Premonition. Let's see in the chat. Come on. Let's start the vote. Type 1 for Time Splitters. Type 2 for Deadly Premonition. Let's see it. I'm vibing to this one, which automatically brings it down. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so Deadhead 1, Deadhead 2, Conkel 1, Borna 1, Jonathan 1, Paragon 1, Herror 1, and Ignacio 1. Okay, so I think Stein Splitter win by a landslide. I will vote 1 as well. I think Deadly Premonition is good as a Chase theme. But personally, I like this Time Splitters track more. So Time Splitters makes it to the round of 8. All right, there we go. Let's see what we have next. Okay, so we have Ikana Valley from The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask against Drunken God. Chapter X in the Sky Underground. Well, let's check it out. This reminds me of the Shadow Temple from from Ocarina of Time. If we had the Muslim chants, it would be creepier. This one is a classic. It's a Zelda game. Background elements are good. Yeah. That super low piano notes. Dun, 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 dun. This reminds me of the Milfanitos from Dark Souls 2. This part right here, like the song has a different storytelling halfway through the track. And it returned. Okay, this is the initial premise of the storytelling that we had before. Reminds me of Juju Hakusho, sorry. Reminds me of some of the music in Gaspar Noé's movies. Interesting comparison. Okay, let's listen to Duncan God OST. Chapter X in the Sky. Let's go. Milfanito's song is a perfect symphony for mermaid songs. I suppose they were inspired by that. The demon of songs sing to allure people so he could eat them. I mean, I don't know who would want to eat a siren. You know, they live in the sea. That shit is going to be salty as hell. I'm just saying. A lot of power in the strings. And also that drum that we hear, the boom, I think it's syncopated. It's not landing on the beat. It's off beat. So it makes it even sound more off-putting. I'm playing through Zelda 2, which is scary for a total different reason. And what would that reason be? Isn't Zelda 2 the side-scroller game? I think that's the only side-scroller Zelda that was ever made, if I'm not mistaken. It's hard as shit. Really? Well, to be fair, NES games are hard, by definition. If you really... Jonathan, if you really want to play a hard game, because I know you like to play, you know, like Dark Souls, Souls-like challenges and whatnot, try to play Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, and 3 on NES, and then tell me if you still consider Dark Souls games hard after that. Okay. Well, the thing about this song in particular is that it has a lot of repetition, and it has like a slight crescendo towards the end, right? In terms of the intensity of the instruments and how the modulation of some of the instruments get bigger and bigger. So we have two very different tracks in here. One of them is very, like the Zelda track is very much like, you know, the theme of a place, you know, or like the example I did for the Shadow Temple. But Drakengard is like totally different. It has a totally different proposition in terms of the storytelling. So let's put it to a vote. Type 1 for Majora's Mask. Type 2 from Drakengard. Let's see the votes. Type it in the chat right now. This sounds like when you try to close your AI Gunnerslop window when someone is about to come in and it asks you to, are you sure? And you accidentally click no. Damn. Well, I don't see AI Gunnerslop. So I didn't even know it asked you for are you sure? I didn't even know that. You would think that it wouldn't ask you because they would consider those situations to be happening, but yeah, I guess so. Perfect music to tear apart enemies to in my intoxicating rage. Well, if you play Dead by Daylight or something. In my opinion, everyone will choose Zelda because it's Zelda, not because it's scary. Maybe. The Halo Lasso Challenge. I don't know what that is. Which fits so much. Okay, so let's see. We have Paragon says 2, Deadhead says 2, Borna 1, Conkel 1, Hero 2, Jonathan 1, and Ignacio 1. So we have 3 2s and 4 1s. So it wins. Zelda wins by 1 vote. So Deadhead said Zelda was going to win. Yes, it won, but it wasn't one-sided. It was actually pretty close. A pretty close call. So Majora's Mask makes it to the round of 8. There we go. We have 2 songs for the round of 8 already. Let's see. Now we have Bendy and the Ink Machine against whoa, a big one. Big. Speaking of Gunner shit. Genshin Impact. All right. Let's check it out. Started with a lot of intensity already. Bang, 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 bang. Mr. Risers. Gunshin Impact. Gunshin. Oh, okay. Well, I suppose this is... Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. Gunshin Impact. That's I suppose that's what it was supposed to be. This is obviously a loop. This is a 36-second loop. Super high intensity, has some a riser in it. I mean, yeah, I get the idea. Let's listen to the Genshin one now. Drakengard 1 has generally one of my favorite OSTs ever. We have heard other Drakengard tracks in on stream as well, on the video game request streams that we do. Some people have requested Drakengard here and there. Not a lot, but some. And I did a Drakengard track once, a dedicated video once in my channel a long time ago, like maybe 4 years ago or something. mean, this is the most melodic track that we have heard so far. I know, but everyone reacts to Growing Wings, which is slightly annoying. Well, if it is one of the most popular tracks, that is to be expected. Error. I mean, obviously. I do that too. I will do the ones that are the most popular because, well, that's what attracts the views. What is a content creator without the views? This song reminds me slightly to The Witcher. I know we always say that on stream. Oh, that sounds like The Witcher. But, I mean... sounds more like a serious area, not so much horror. I see what you mean, but I'll say something for this track, okay? Here's the thing. It has some slight horror elements. Like here, there's a texture in the background that you can hear that sounds slightly horror-like. Like it has some horror layers. But what I feel this track could be in the context, in some context, I don't know what's the context in the game, it could be like a shamanistic, you know, evil ritual, you know, where you have like a victim that is about to be, I don't know, but you have like a wretched tribe of shamans that kidnap a woman or a child or something, and they are about to do something really creepy and really bad to that person. And this is the sound that plays, you know? This sort of tribal, Slavic sound that is meant to, you know, set you in the mood of the ritual from their point of view, of course. With this slight layer of horror, with that texture, that saturated texture that we heard in the song. I wouldn't say this song is a horror track or a spooky track even, but it does have a horror layer into it. But it's not, I wouldn't say it qualifies as a horror track. But anyways, that's what we have. So, let's put it to a vote. Type 1 for Bendy and the Ink Machine, and type 2 for What Sleeps in the Shadows from Genshin Impact. Glowing Wings is the shit though, and also critics song D. That one's nice. Also something I posted for her, but nope. A chapter OSTs are super underrated though. Big Team is about to get it. No, it's not horror at all. Okay, everybody's saying 1. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. This is the legit horror track. This is not a horror track or a spooky track even. But it does have some elements of horror in it. But they are so slight that, you know, it's not really even a competition here. So yeah, I agree. Bendy should go to the next round for sure. Let's go for Bendy then. Okay, we have another Genshin Impact track against Noi to Love Music. I'm kind of interested what this is going to be based on the drawings and stuff. We might get a surprise. Well, anyways. Let's listen to Before the Lights Fades from Genshin Impact. It has unsettling elements. Yeah, it does. But that's very different from saying this is a horror thing or whatever. These Gunshin guys, man. Maybe we got baited just to listen to the songs on stream instead of it actually being like a spooky horror track. The Gunshin lads are just sneaky like that. I thought the Twitch stream was tomorrow. Yeah, I guess so. Kum shit in Batukum. Come on. This is not spooky at all. It's foreboding. It's a little bit foreboding and gloomy, but it's not horror or spooky. I don't think. Well, I don't think it is. Yeah, maybe his previous suggestions always got rejected. I don't remember who did. Sorry, I forgot. I can't. Let me check. I'm going to check who made that. Actually, I will check it after the stream. I'm not going to check that right now. I just want to hear the music. When Genshin OST is actually not that bad. No, it's not about the Genshin music being bad. It's just these suggestions are misplaced. In my opinion, they are not thematically aligned with today's stream. I mean, this song is not. I mean, the previous Genshin track that we heard was a little bit more spooky. Not horror, but at least there were some things that you could say, okay, well, this sounds a little bit like horror, but this is like not at all. Also, for future thematic tournaments that we do, don't sneak your songs that you want to be listened on stream, because people are just going to see the sneakiness and they are just going to disregard your song. It's just going to paint them in a bad way. So don't do this. Don't do it. Sadly, I am like a few hours late into suggestions. Days, actually. This sounds like it's from a spy movie. I mean, yeah. This could be like, I don't know. This could work in Ninja Gaiden 4 or something. Ninja Gaiden 4 soundtrack. I know, I'm just saying because people be hating on Genshin even though I'm not even playing it. Well, but I don't know if people hating on Genshin because of the music. I've never heard anybody hating Genshin for the music, which is what we do here. I understand there's people that don't like Genshin, and they have their reasons. I don't know what those are. I know some parts of the Genshin Impact community are insanely unhinged, and you know, that literally have horror stories. But other than that, I mean, the music, it doesn't have to do with anything, any of that, I guess. So yeah, okay. Well, this is, I mean, I could even overrule this and vote for 2, make 2 happen for the next round, but we have to listen to the song anyway, so let's listen. Doesn't really qualify for a horror track, but yeah, not to downplay the song. Yeah, exactly. Okay, this is an example of a spooky track, but like a fun spooky track, you know? This is spooky, but in a fun way. Genshin looks like anime. What else needs to be said? I mean, yeah. weebs do be unhinged, but at the same time, anybody can be unhinged. Sounds like you're fighting with ghosts. You know what? This could be like a song for ghosts and goblins. I lost my voice a little bit there. You know, for that remaster of Ghosts and Goblins, you could put this song in Ghosts and Goblins and it could work. This sounds like Atlas looks. Fun but creepy. Are you saying I'm creepy? I'm creepy. You say I'm creepy? How? How am I creepy? For a spooky level, yeah. Pretty fun. Exactly. Arcade Halloween. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, yeah. You forgot to wear witch hat for a stream. Well, Halloween is just passed already, so yeah. Why would I get a costume if it's not Halloween anymore? Okay, so let's put it to a vote, just out of protocol, okay? Type 1 for Genshin Impact, type 2 for Noi 2, Grave Digging. Atlas is in his costume. That's a cool Patches impression. Okay, lads, listen, we have been through this already, okay? I'm not Patches. I'm not. I know it's hard for you to understand, but not all baldies. It's not like we can morph into baldies. It's not all baldies, okay? So, because how come nobody says I'm Johnny Sins or something like that? Why? Like, why? Or Vin Diesel or something? No. It always have to be these wretches like Patches or whatever. I told you, we got to an agreement in which I am Agent 47, okay? And that's it. You can't pick anything else. It's not, no, you're Patches, you're this, you're that. No. Pick one baldy. And I'll be okay with that. Okay, fine. Just pick one. And you already did, was Agent 47. End of story. Okay, let's see here. Jonathan 2, it goes to for the Halloween spirit. That's right. Borna 2, Pargon 2, Ignacio 2. Okay. That's exactly what Patches would say. Shut up! I'm not Patches. That what? Okay. Moving on. Noi 2 Love music makes it to the next round. All right. Well, we have a usual suspect here against Fusion Fall. Bloodborne, Hail the Nightmare against Fusion Fall, the Fire Swamp. Let the battle begin. Max Payne is ball 2. Yeah, in the third game. That's true. Looking at the screen, disappointed at us. I mean, I'm not Patch. Ooh. Nasty. Oh my god. I literally got goosebumps out of some of those chords in the choir. They were so tense. I love this one. Good stuff. One of the most underrated Bloodborne OSTs. Yeah, I've never heard this track before. And it's a call and response track, you know? We have the male solo vocalist, and then we have the call, you know, he's the call, and the choir is the response. The music says you're going to regret going through that fuck wall. Oh shit. That was the resolution? No, what? Mate, that resolution was crazy. Okay. Strong song. Let's see what surprises await for us with the Fire Swarm. Let's check Fusion Fall, the Fire Swarm. Never heard of this. Okay. You hear the again. You know, start noticing the tropes here. Honestly, that start felt like a meme. Is this crossover characters on splash art? I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know this at all. Okay, there we go. So, time to vote, lads and lasses. Type 1 for Bloodborne, type 2 for Fusion Fall. Okay? What song should make it to the round of 8? Let's put it to a vote. I mean, to be fair, I think competing against Bloodborne is a pretty tough situation to be in. It's a Cartoon Network game, apparently. Yeah. Cartoon Network universe, yeah. 2, because it's not a mainstream. It's not a mainstream song. It's not a mainstream game. Okay. Jonathan says 1. Okay, I think it's pretty much a landslide on the ones. We have 1, 2, 3 twos, and rest is 1. Pretty hard for me, but yeah, 1 is better. I'll vote for 1. I mean, I got goosebumps in that track, and I did not on the second one. I think that's a pretty easy tell for me which one I'm going to pick. So yeah, I think 1 is correct. But at the same time, 1 wins the thing. Okay, so Bloodborne makes it to the next round. Okay, the next one that we have is a Zero Time Dilemma against Iconoclast. Let's check it out. Can't help it, ethereal like music just tingles my brain in the right spots. That's fine. We all have our preferences. No need to be sorry about that. I mean, what I find interesting in this song is that we do have like an actual sound effects that are main storytelling devices, like the heartbeat and the beep, you know, from the, you know, that monitor thing that they use in the hospitals for their pulse. I suppose it's called a heart monitor, I guess. The monitor sounds, yeah. This is less nice. It's unnerving, but it's so sad too. Yeah, like in this part right here with the piano, it just makes me feel like someone is on the brink of death. But after like a long battle, you know, against an illness or something. So not only the person wither away through, you know, some terrible sickness or something, but it's about to die. It's just lingering in the fringe of life and death or something. You've been poisoned and you're supposed to solve a puzzle before you die prematurely. Well, there you go. You fought, but it wasn't enough type of music. True. And it's crazy to think that so many of those stories exist, mate. Sometimes you fight and sometimes that ultimately that's not enough. That's sad as hell. Splash art reminds me of Dead Space 2. Oh yeah, the eye. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Mate, the first time that I played Dead Space 2, I like all Dead Space games, by the way. You know, people hate Dead Space 3 and 2 because they are not like the first one. Because they are more action oriented. I don't care. I love that trilogy of games is fantastic. And when I played that Dead Space 2, and would you get to that part of the game where you have to perform surgery on your eye in the game as a gameplay mechanic, mate, I remember that, and that's one of the most S-tier moments that I have lived in gaming, because before that I've never experienced anything like that in gaming. Like, I don't know if any game had anything like that before Dead Space came along. But did this OST? I have no idea. Okay, so let's listen to Iconoclast now. Gotta get back to work now. Good luck. Okay, Soldier, thank you for coming in, mate. Have a good rest of your work day. It started a little bit spooky, but it's now it started to sound more horror-like. This is more spooky now. With the dun 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 dun. That's more spooky. Spooky territory. It's really texture based. Rhythmic texture, if you could say so. There is more storytelling. Yeah, the Zero Time Dilemma track has more storytelling. It's more rich in storytelling, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, this that dun, dun, dun. Spooky territory for sure. If I had to deal with this through a level, I'd go insane. I do feel on some degree of uneasiness. It's because of that recurring, you know, rhythmic texture that you hear that for 10 minutes straight, you're gonna go insane. Yeah, I would agree with you on that regard, Conkel. Okay, so it's time to vote. It's time to vote. Type 1 for Zero Time Dilemma and Type 2 for Iconoclast. Let's see the votes incoming and see what makes it to the round of 8. Okay, so let's see. Deadhead says 2, Borna 1, Paragon 1, Error 1, Ignacio 1, Conkel 1, and Jonathan 1. Okay. Zero Time Dilemma wins by a landslide. Deadhead is going against the grain. I'm not going to vote for that one because it's mainstream. Fuck you guys. Men going their own way. Okay. Zero Time Dilemma. Let's go. Okay. Interesting. Outlast against Penumbra. There we go. Okay. I know Outlast at least. I know Outlast. Pretty popular horror game. Let's check it out. Ooh, the growl of the tuba there, mate. Jeez. Oh my god. This is giga horror right here. This is not spooky. This is giga horror. Mate, the growling tuba in the song is actually insane. Okay. Strong. Strong contestant. I like this track. This is giga horror. I got actually shivers out of that song at the beginning, especially because of instrumentation as well and the way they composed the song. Or well, the composer, obviously. Okay, well, let's listen to Penumbra now. You don't know what is in there, but anything there knows you're here. Ay, caramba! I am stuck in an endless decaying sentient factory. That's the vibe I get. Outlast and Amnesia has got pure ambient. I think this is horror as well, but this is... well... let's keep listening. Okay, we have to wait for the track. This is more chill, but it is ambient as well. Yeah, like this, it has this ghostly synthetics. Okay, there we go. I think I know what I'm going to vote for, but I'll leave it to you, okay? Type 1 for Outlast, type 2 for Penumbra. Let's see it in the chat. What's the next song that we're going to get into the round of 8? Time to find out. Let's hear it. Let's see it. Let's see it. Okay. Deadhead says 1, Borna 1, Conkel 1, Ignacio 1, Error 1, Paragon 1, Jonathan. Jonathan actually liked Penumbra more than Outlast. Fair enough. I think Outlast was fantastic. Got shivers out of that song. The tuba sound design in this song is S tier. So I agree. 1 it is. Outlast makes it to the round of 8. Okay, I think this is the last match that we have for the round of 16, lads and lasses. We have an Amnesia track, which and Deadhead was talking about this in the chat. And we also have the house in Fata Morgana, Mephitis. I've heard songs from Fata Morgana, but I haven't heard this song though. So let's see what happens. Let's listen to Amnesia, the Suitor. You can't keep adding the good music at 1. It's actually not me, it's the platform that shuffles it up this way. If you actually do this tournament yourself, you will find out that the songs will be scrambled with each play. I wish my songs made it to the competition. I sent some good ones today. A whole week before Halloween, but it is what it is. That's true. I did reminded people 1 week before I closed the suggestions, and 1 day before. So it's your fault. Oh shit. Song exploded here. It sounds like a chase scene here. The amount of the threshold of tension here is insane. Pretty up there. That riser was sick, mate. I like that bit. I like that bit too. That riser made it worth a lot. I forgot to send my Silent Hill 3 suggest. Okay, this is pretty solid, especially this second cue here. Good. Damn, that was good. It was. That was pretty good. The cool thing about this track, lads, is that it fakes you out, right? Because the first, actually more than half of a song, it's pretty ambient, chill, obviously, quote unquote, because it's horror. But I'm just saying in terms of the comparison, right? Then the sun explodes, so it's like you're actually in this sort of dark cellar or something in the game. You're going. Oh, am I seeing this right? Does he have his dick out? Because if you actually can see him pursuing you like that with his dick out, it makes it more scary. He's swinging the schlong in the cellar, mate. The horror schlong. God damn. Dick torture. That's scary as hell. So like I was saying, you are, if you are like in this dark inundated cellar and you're just going on and about and you hear the first, that's how I'm imagining it is implemented in the gameplay. Like you're in this dark inundated cellar, you don't know where to go, it's kind of a maze because, well, where do I go? Wherever. You have that quieter, more chill cue that we heard for most of the track, which is this right here, right? With this growly sort of sound effects coming in and out, you know. It builds the tension, but then the song explodes, and probably explodes because you encounter, you know, Mr. Cock here, all of the sudden, like, oh shit, like you're going on and about, and then you find him, like straight up. So yeah. Suitors in love in Justin, and that was tortured by Justin, and they tried to kill her. It switched from monster stalking to searching specifically for you to chase. There's 3 themes for each monster. Damn it, bot RNG for turning again. So to be fair, it's multiple tracks. Okay. Yeah, Justine tortured her lover. Oh, so I was right? No way. It's the calm before he sees you. Well, yeah, twisted. It's a twisted concept of calm. You could call it that. Sounds wrong without monsters, sounds and lyrics. Sounds they make it more scarier. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's listen to Fate Morgana now. Strong track here. This Amnesia track. Let's listen to Fate Morgana now. Sounds like a VTuber. Oh, I hate that sound. I hate that sound. Oh my god. VTuber ASMR? There's no way this is VTuber ASMR. Listen to that screechy sound. Freaking me out. Oh my god. I mean, I'll say something. I'm having an emotional reaction to that. It's just, oh. It's the VTuber's cheap chair. Oh my god, I hate that sound, mate. Ugh. Oh my god. No, this is torture, please. Those screeching things, like screeching chairs, screeching doors, or whatever. Oh my god. Okay, this is hard to listen to for the scene it plays in. Which is fitting. You will super chat. Nah, there's no way. Well, I mean, if you are tied in a chair or something, yeah, I would super chat for her to stop the screeching thing. Jesus. That was the end? Please tell me that was the end. Okay, lads, before we do the voting here, I just want to say something. I hated this song, but not for the wrong reasons. I think actually it is good that I hate this song because I hated the screeching thing. That's the kind of thing that just drives me mad, you know. It's a very irritating sound. But obviously this is made on purpose. Like it's supposed to, the song is supposed, I mean, I don't know if you can call this a song or not. I suppose so. It's an ambient track. Let's say that. But to me, it was more like a torture scene in which you're just, this girl is just playing with you and torturing you with the sound. You know what I mean? With the screeching sound. That's how I felt it. It felt like torture. So in terms, I don't know what the hell is happening in the game itself when this plays, but the emotion, there is an emotional reaction to that from my part. And that's, I mean, if you can get that out of someone from a song, you have accomplished something, you know what I mean? The only caveat that I have for this is that it's also a crutch, you know what I mean? Because it's easy to find those kind of sounds that are very irritating for people in general, like those screeching sounds of, you know, metal just screeching against each other, old chairs, you know, old dingy doors just screeching. That is a sound that irritates a lot of people. So maybe it's a little bit of a low-hanging fruit in terms of you know, something that you know is going to get an emotional response out of the listener. But at the same time, it just works. You know what I mean? So yeah, maybe it might be a little bit cheesy that it's used in such a jarring, you know, tongue-on-cheek way, but it just works. So I think that I personally hate this song, and I'm not going to listen to that ever again unless I play the game. But I think that's a good thing. I think that's actually positive for the song. With the Suitor, I think it has the cool thing of the contrast of the first cue being like someone said that around there, like the calm before the storm sort of thing. The peace before the storm, some sort of something like that. And I agree. And it's a little bit more less tongue-in-cheek in terms of its approach to the storytelling. So I like both songs for different reasons, let's say. So, I mean, let's put it to a vote, okay? Type 1 for Amnesia and type 2 for Fata Morgana. And while you type your votes in the chat, I'm going to read what you said during my rant. Okay? Let's see here. Rather than a nightmare stuff, it feels annoying. I think it's nightmarish because it's supposed to be like torture. It's not really it's annoying for the listener, but I think within the context of the game is actual torture. So it is actually nightmarish horror, in my opinion. I thought for sure I was going to vote Amnesia. Yep. horror music is supposed to make you scared, uneasy, and that song makes it perfectly. Yeah, exactly right. Just like VTubers, I mean, I guess some of them can cause that response. I don't watch VTubers, but I mean, I don't think they're bad content creators or anything like that. Okay, let's see. Deadhead says 1, Error 2, Jonathan 1, Ignacio 2, Borna 2, Paragon 2, Metis 1, and Conkel 2. Okay, so it's pretty split up. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3. Oh, actually, not that split up. 3 1s and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2s. Okay. So Fata Morgana makes it to the next round. Okay, fair enough. Okay, we're entering the round of 8, lads. Okay, so we have listened to all the tracks that we have for the tournament. So what we're going to do from now on is listen to them, just clips of the songs, because we already listened to the whole songs. Okay, so we're going to listen to, 15 seconds, 30 seconds at the most of each track to kind of refresh our minds to what we're going to vote, and that's the way we're going to do it. Okay. Just before we continue with the tournament, I just want to remind everybody that I'm going to be doing an anime music request stream, anime music reactions tomorrow in Twitch at 1 p.m. EST. Okay. So for all the weeps out there who remember the good old times where I used to make anime reactions on the YouTube channel, now I do them on Twitch. Okay. So with that being said, let's listen to the songs in the round of 8. Okay. Let's listen a little bit of Hail the Nightmare. Okay, let's listen a little bit of the Outlast. So nasty. Oh. The sound design on that on the tubas is actually insane. Anyways, okay. Time to vote. Type 1 for Bloodborne, type 2 for Outlast. Let's see it. Okay, Paragon, both are good. That's true. Paragon says 2, Jonathan 1, Conkel 2, Ignacio 2, Mattis 2, Deadhead 2, and Borna 1. Okay. It looks like we have a lance. Well, we have 2 1s and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 2s. So Outlast wins. And I do agree. I actually like the Outlast track more than Bloodborne, but like Deadhead said, they are both great songs. Okay, so Outlast makes it to the round of 4. Outlast it is. Can we make another one scary tournament, but for 32 tracks? Yeah, we could, but not too soon though, because we just did this one. Bloodborne is like evil and Outlast is fucked up. I think they're both evil, but Outlast is like more, it's giga horror, mate. And I think the sound design is very refreshing in this song as well. Bloodborne feels more ritualistic. Yeah, that's true. Well, it's like that other track we heard from Genshin, like it's more of a ritual side. While the Outlast one is unsettling. Gives you a sense of having to run away as soon as possible. Yeah, agree with that. Okay, Bandy and the Ink Machine against a Zero Time Dilemma. Let's go. We can make one for Christmas theme songs. Yeah. We can do that for December. Yeah. Christmas theme. Tourney for sure. Okay, let's listen to a little bit of Zero Time Dilemma. Frank Sinatra will win? Well, we're talking about video game songs, not regular tracks though. Okay, there we go. Time to vote. Type 1 for Bendy and the Ink Machine. Type 2 for Zero Time Dilemma. You mean snow themes? Dang, I don't know any game Christmas tracks. I mean, we can do like winter. We can do two type of thematics, right? Two thematically themed. Well, that doesn't sound right. Two thematic tourneys. Yes. In December, that could be either winter theme or Christmas theme, because it is true that Christmas tracks in video games could be hard to point out, but winter ones are easier to find. But we will see what happens. Okay, so let's see. Deadhead says 1, Paragon 2, Borna 2, Jonathan 2, Conkel 2, Matus 2, Ignacio 2. Okay. Zero Time Dilemma makes it to the next round. There we go. Snow mood tracks or winter. Yeah, like let's say winter, because the snow mood is a little bit too vague. Like winter tracks. Isn't Christmas music a snow themed level? It could be a snow. Well, that's the difference that I'm trying to make. If we talk about winter theme, we're talking about snow. So yeah, snow levels, snow themes. You know, like songs, for example, you know, Mario Kart has tracks that actual, you know, racing tracks that are snow themed, winter themed. There are many games that have winter levels, winters, snow themes in their sound design, in their characters and everything. So Skyrim. Yeah, Skyrim is a winter themed game, sure. Yeah, Christmas is harder for me. More appropriate will be winter theme. Yeah. Maybe, I mean, I'm just saying that Christmas is it's kind of hard to point out. Because Christmas is like an actual real world event, you know? So that narrows our pool of songs that we can take, because the video game would have to borrow from that premise specifically, you know. And how many video games have you played where Christmas is actually part of the theme of the video game? You know, it's kind of hard to point out. But when we are talking about winter, then it's all about, you know, snow, you know, frostbitten cold lands and whatnot. So you can put a song from Mario Kart that has a racing track that is all snowy and wintry. You can put a song from Dark Souls 2, you know, when you go into the DLC that is all snowy and whatnot. We can talk Dead Space 3, you go to a frozen planet. You know, it certainly broadens the scope of what we can do with that. So yeah, I think a winter theme it makes more sense. But we can do it in Christmas because Christmas happens in winter. So yeah. Fear is more than dying to a big-teethted monster. Losing yourself and falling is also a big fear. Losing yourself and failing is also a big fear. Yeah, sure. Chinese New Year themed tournament. Oh shit. Love how as humans can instantly recognize a way a season will sound like. Interesting observation, yes. Winter versus scary tournament. I know a lot more winter themed tracks than Christmas for sure. Yeah, then it's settled. Okay, let's listen to Time Splitters against Fate Morgana. Okay, let's listen a little bit of Time Splitters here. Okay, let's listen to some Fate Morgana. Oh, God. Okay, I get it. Thank you. Okay, let's put it to a vote, lads and lasses. Type 1 for Time Splitters, type 2 for Fate Morgana. Sorry, Fata Morgana. I said Fate Morgana. No, it's not Fate. It's Fata Morgana. Fate is the other anime game. Bro, I can't stop imagining a VTuber. You have a trauma with a VTuber or something, Paragon. Okay, Paragon says 1, Borna 2, Medus 2, Deadhead 2, Conkel 2. Like both, but feels 2 is better. I am going to vote for 2 as well. Let's see. We have three twos and 2 ones. Sorry, no. Okay, let me recount here. We have 2 ones and 3 twos. Okay. But I'm actually going to vote for Fata Morgana. So, yeah, Fata Morgana makes it to the round of 4. Surprisingly enough. Okay, there we go. Okay, we have Majora's Mask against Noi 2 Love Music. Let's see. right, let's listen to Noi 2 Love music. Okay. All right, time to vote. Type 1 for Majora's Mask. Type 2 for Noi 2 Love music. Let's see it. Okay. Let's see. Deadhead says 2. Borna 1. Metus 1. Conkel 1. Paragon 1. Okay. Zelda wins by a landslide. I'll say though that this Noi 2 Love music is like a fun spooky track though. So I mean, but yeah, I mean Zelda. I get it. The Zelda pull is too strong. Okay. Majora's Mask makes it to the round of 4. All right. Well, what have you? We are in the round of 4 and we start with Majora's Mask as well. Let's listen again to Majora's Mask, a little bit of it. All right, let's listen to Outlast now. Come on, mate, who's gonna beat Outlast? I don't know, we'll see what happens. Oh, that's amazing. All right, time to vote. Type 1 for Majora's Mask, Zelda. Type 2 for Outlast. Let's see the votes. Come on. Come on. If you don't vote, you lose your chance to vote for the one of the most giga, scary, horrific soundtracks in video game history. Come on. All right. Deadhead says 2, Borna 2, Metus 2. In game, that shit was terrifying. I mean, even off game, it's terrifying as well. Jonathan says 1. Zelda Gooners. Paragon says 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 2s and 1 1. All right. I vote for Outlast as well. I don't think Zelda. I love Zelda. Ocarina of Time, one of my probably top 5 games of all time. But even though Zelda has the pull, Outlast has the music, mate. You gotta give it where you gotta give it. All right. Zero Time Dilemma against Fata Morgana. Kaboom! Hey, Farsdale, what's up, mate? Okay, there we go. Torture again. It surprises me how Outlast can use the screeching noise without making your eardrums explode or vibrate. It's all about the sound design and how you want to sound design the sound for the purpose that you want it to be. Oh, okay, I get it. Type 1 for Zero Time Dilemma. Type 2 for Fata Morgana. going to be Fata Morgana versus Outlast, right? I don't know. We will see. It looks like it could be that way, yeah? Outlast has a lot of jump scares. Okay, Deadhead says 2, Borna 1, Paragon 2, Conkel says 2, Firesdale says 1, Meadows 2. Change my vote. I'm voting for 1. Okay, so let me do the recount here. We have 1, 2, 3 1s and 1, 2, 3 2s. Okay, so we have a tie right here. This is the first time where we have a time in this tournament. I'm gonna give 30 seconds for somebody in chat to do the tiebreaker. If nobody does the tiebreaker in chat, I'm gonna have to decide this. I will unleash the tiebreaker myself. That's right. 10 seconds. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. It's my turn then. Fine. 3 1s, 3 2s. Who wins? Fata Morgana will make it to the next round. I hate that I love this song. Sorry, I love... Shit, I said it, but it's inverted. I love that I hate that song. I love it. I hate that track. I hate it. All right, lads. All right, lads and lasses. We're about to decide who is going to be the champion of this horror, first time horror spooky video game music tournament. The song that we choose right now will be the champion and will go in the Hall of Fame of one of the most horrific or spooky tracks in video game history. No easy task. 2 songs made it to the finals. Fata Morgana and Outlast. So, let's listen to a little bit of Fata Morgana, and then we will listen to Outlast, and we will make the decision. Actually, you know what? Let's listen to the entire track. We will listen to the 2 finalists here, the whole song, no clips. Let's listen to the entire thing so we can make a really good informed decision. Remember, this is the champion. This is the most horrific track that we're going to be voting here today. So we have to listen to the whole song again. Okay? Let's listen to Fata Morgana. Kaboomba! Let's try to stand listening to the Fata Morgana song. Yeah. I'm bracing myself here already. Can the champion of Tournament 1 return for Tournament 2? No. Champions go against champions. A Champions League, if you will. Defend the title style. I'll think about it. I think the Champions League, Champions Tournament is more exciting. This is one of the tracks ever for sure. It's torture, but it's effective. It's really good at what it's trying to do. Actually, it doesn't try. It succeeds very well. I don't know what's worst, listening to this song or playing League of Legends. Oh god. This is super uncomfortable. I love it. Yeah, that's the same thing I said before. I love that I hate this track. Why not both at the same time, mate? No. Listen to this track while we play League of Legends? Hell no. Hell no. Okay, there we go. That was Fata Morgana. Now let's listen to Outlast, Surgeon Sneaking. For me, I'm seeing somebody lose it in this scene. Somebody we play as over the game or is there most of the game. Doing mad actions as a result of our choices. Could be, yeah. The Outlast track name is so lame though. Yeah. Surgeon Sneaking. Yeah. It would be better if they just called it The Surgeon, you know? But maybe this is the in-game... Well, actually, no. It says... It actually has the track number. Apparently, it's the track number 23 in the soundtrack. I guess they could have just named it The Surgeon. But maybe there's another track called The Surgeon, so they have to make it different. Fata Morgana feels more ambience-ish, like while the Outlast one is more action-oriented. I think they are both ambient, but in very different shapes. Can we add a winner for All-Stars? Can we add winner for All-Stars tournament? You mean the winner of this? The thing is, like I said, horror songs are not that competitive against other kind of tracks that are not horror or spooky. Like I feel they're going whatever wins here, if we put it against the champions of the previous terms that we have done, it wouldn't have a chance. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. But I think like if we were to put this against some of the it wouldn't win. So it would be at a disadvantage in the tournament. Because there's already Surgeon Chase. Okay. It has multiple parts. Versus me seeing through the eyes of someone trying to survive a horrific area and being disturbed by what I see. I see the point, yeah. Okay, lads and lasses. It's time to choose our champion. For the most horrific or spooky, but in this case, I think we were talking about two very horrific tracks. Let's put it to a vote, okay? Type 1 for Fata Morgana. Type 2 for Outlast. Let's see it in the chat. This is the final vote to decide today's champion. Let's see it. Drop it. Drop it, motherfucker. All right. Let's see. Okay, we have some incoming votes right here. Deadhead says 2. Firesdale says 2. Matthews says 1. VTuber versus Reddit moderator. I haven't seen the surgeon yet. Paragon says 2. Red Nas says 1. And Conkel says 1. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 ones and 1, 2, 3. Oh shit, we have another tie? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. I'm going to give 15 seconds for someone in chat to vote the tiebreaker. If nobody votes, I will do the tiebreaker here. Deciding vote Atlas. Let's see if someone votes in the chat. All right. I think it's up to me. All right, lads. Well, here's the case for... Okay. Oh my god. Here's the thing, okay? I love that I hate Fata Morgana, okay? The song is super unnerving. It's basically torture. That song is torture for me. But I love it. I think it's a very effective track. And it's very, you know, unnerving. It's very creepy. The screeching sound is just torture, basically. That's what I like about that song. I did mention that the caveat was that Fata Morgana kind of relies on a low-hanging fruit because a lot of people is very sensible to this kind of sounds, you know, screeching sounds of nails scratching the board, screechy chairs, screechy dingy, you know, doors, screeching 2 pieces of metal, you know, like rusted metal screeching like that, you know. People is very sensible to that in general because they are high-pitched sounds. Human beings in general are really sensible to high-pitched sounds. It's just part of our nature. So in a way, I think the composer of Fata Morgana used that as a low-hanging fruit. Now, is that really a bad thing? I don't think so, because the song works really well. Because it gets an emotional response from people. It certainly did from me, and I'm pretty sure it does for other people. And some people in the chat was mentioning that as well. But there's that caveat though, right? But at the end of the day, I don't think that's a deal breaker or anything like that. But it has to be mentioned that, you know, it's like an easy way to borrow from, let's say. Now, what happens with Outlast is that it feels more doom. I feel that, like this one, the storytelling of Fata Morgana is torture, and the storytelling of Outlast is doom. But the doom and gloom and straight up giga horror that I feel from Outlast gets magnified because the sound design in the tubas is so good that I said, like, it gave me shivers. That was like the emotional response that I had when I was listening to the song. So that's good. That's really, really good. I'm feeling very split up in this one, lads. I'm not gonna lie. Both tracks are really, really good contestants against each other. But if I have to decide this, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go with Outlast, lads. I think Outlast will win this one. I think Outlast wins, but I don't think it wins by a lot. I think they are pretty close with each other in terms of how good they are. Because at the end of the day, both of the songs are good. They're just they and here's the other thing about the songs is that they are entirely different from each other. It's not like we heard. It's not like we ended up with a song like Outlast and I don't know, something else that we listened to that could be close to the sound of Outlast was the Splitters Time Splitters soundtrack, right? Like the Time Splitter track that we heard is close to Outlast, closer to what Outlast did, as well as the Ink one that we heard. Those were the songs that were closer to the sound of Outlast. But the cool thing about these two final tracks that we got in the tournament is that they are entirely different from each other, but they tell a horrific story in their own way that it's so unique. So I'll vote for Outlast myself to do the tiebreaker, lads. But the truth is that I'm very split up in this, and at the end of the day, we have to choose one. I'll choose Outlast, but they are both fantastic tracks, and I'm not making this vote out of the blue just because I feel like no. Like I already gave you like a whole explanation of why I'm doing this, okay? But they are very close, and they both of them, they are very fantastic songs, okay? So there we have it. We have our first horror spooky champion, which is Outlast, the surgeon hiding. What wasn't the hiding or something track. So Outlast is the champion for this one. This was really cool, wasn't it? Both tracks were really cool. W Outlast Paragon says yeah. Deserved was close regardless. Yeah, it was pretty close. Dead Space does it well too. The organic ambience. Yeah, Dead Space. The Dead Space OST is legendary in the horror. I actually did a video about this. Atlas Benighted. Dead Space. Lads, if any of you is interested in a more in-depth look into horror music, I will suggest that you watch this video that I made when it was close to the release of the Dead Space 1 remake. Why Dead Space music is so harrowing. I would recommend that you watch this video because I talk more in depth about horror music as a whole, and obviously Dead Space music and the making of the Dead Space music, soundtrack when it was released. It was a huge undertaking, and Jason Graves, who is the composer for the Dead Space soundtrack, went to beyond the frontiers of what any game composer ever dared to do for a horror soundtrack at that time. It is a very interesting, compelling story. Okay. Need more community tournaments. Yeah, we will do more community tournaments for sure. Outlast circumcision theme. Okay. Because everyone feels involved in community things like this. Yeah, that's true. They both slayed. One slayed your ears, the other slayed your fear. Damn! That was good. Excited for next horror tourney in the future. Okay. Yeah, we can do more horror spooky tournaments in the future for sure. Yeah. Okay, there's one more thing that I want to check, which is rewatch the Dead Space eye surgery thing. I love it. Let's watch it together one more time. Okay, we can actually see the fail and success. Let's watch this. This is one of the best things that I've ever seen in a horror game. Another visual novel that has a good ambience horror is Saya no Uta. I can stalk another tourney, just in theory. Yeah, we don't have any stonks scheduled right now. So yeah, we don't have any. Yeah, my schedule is open for right now for stonks if anybody wants to do it. I scrolled through the earlier parts of the broadcast. I'm stoked Zero Time Dilemma made it in. Yeah. Okay, let's watch this. For those of you who don't know the Dead Space eye thing that someone in chat was mentioning, this is the thing.
Machine, just like Straw said. I remember this. The machine activates the parts of our brain where the marker codes are stored. But how does that threaten the marker? What were they afraid of?
Us. Working together.
Step 4.
Yes. Are you ready?
This is gonna hurt, isn't it?
Yes. Step inside.
Here we go.
Step 1, crawl inside. Step 2, the screws go tight, all around. Cross my heart and hope to die.
This is so awesome, mate. Watching this again. Okay, so you have to perform the surgery here. You can see that you have to line up the laser with the eye. But the dude starts getting crazy, nervous, and starts to move the eye, and that's what makes you fail. Awesome. And the face that he makes, it's so disturbing. That's awesome. So basically you have to do it slowly, you know? You have to stop and do it slowly. If you just point that shit down to him, you fail the surgery. There you go. Yeah, there's another song from Zero Time Dilemma that is pretty good in terms of horror, and I will have chose that one too. Well, we will do, you know, it seems like you like this horror spooky tournament, so we will do more in the future. Not tomorrow or next week though, because we just did this one, but yeah, if you like it, we will do more for sure.
Follow the light, Isaac. I'll be waiting for you at the marker.
But what do I do?
Okay. Well, whenever I see that scene, it makes me wonder who decided to make an eye needle verification instead of using the laser only. I mean, I guess so. I don't know what the lore is behind that, but that is a good question. The same people who made the interfaces in Scorn, clearly. Oh, Scorn, that's right. I forgot about that game. I hope not next year. Well, no, maybe not. Or maybe yes. All right, lads and lasses, that's going to be it for the stream today. Thank you so much for coming in. One last reminder that tomorrow at 1 p.m. EST in Twitch, I'm going to do anime music reactions, okay? I'm going to do anime music requests tomorrow at 1 p.m. EST on Twitch, okay? So Twitch TV/Atlas Benighted. Look me up. And I'll see you weeps tomorrow at 1 p.m. EST, all right? I'll see you later. I hope you have a great rest of your day wherever you are in the world. Good afternoon, good night, good evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.